Hello and welcome back, everyone. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today is a bit of a special day. It's a happy birthday celebrations. Now, it's not an actual birthday, it just happens to be when Abdul the Killer, or ATK as he's often using, has been now setting Sudoku puzzles for all of us to enjoy for now a whole year. And I was just reading up about the fact that for Abdul to be able to actually set one puzzle every week for the past year, he pretty much had to give up solving. So, I mean, all I can say is thank you so much for that generosity, Abdul. I don't know if I can ever give up solving, it's just way too much fun, but I'm hoping you're getting something back from all that you're doing for the community. So, happy birthday, and I'm really looking forward to this particular puzzle. So, onto the puzzle. We have Happy Birthday by Abdul the Killer. Fairly obvious, I think. And the following set of rules. Shading, which if you've not seen before, it almost seems like Abdul's favorite rule set. Keeps coming up regularly, but I feel like now that we have two behind us, and if I remember, I'm going to make sure that I link somewhere in the description below. No, in the description below, but also a card up above. A link to some of these videos so you can get stuck into it. So it's a fairly weird rule set, if you'll allow me to say. So it goes on to describe cells containing values exactly one greater than an immediate neighbor, diagonal or orthogonal within their box are shaded, and all the shaded cells are given. So if I try and explain this, if this was a 1, I couldn't put a 2 in here because it's A, adjacent to the 1, it's an immediate neighbor, and B, it's not shaded. Now, nothing stops me from putting a 3 in here. Yes, the 3 is greater than the 1, but it has to be exactly 1 more. But in essence, if I put a 1 in there, I can't put a 2 here, 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 but I can put the 2 in any of these 3 cells because, yes, they are shaded and they can all see the 1, or this unshaded cell, the 2 here, because it cannot see the 1. If this is the first time that you're seeing this rule set, I mean, I'm going to just encourage that you play around a little bit with it and have a think about it before you try and give this puzzle a solve. Now, next rule set is the anti-knight one of my absolute favorites, which is cells and knights move apart cannot contain the same digit. So let's continue with our one example where I place it in here. The usual rules would mean that usual Sudoku rules means that it's not in the same box, it's not in the same column, and it's not in the same row. However, with anti-knight, you just have to think of it as a chess knight's move, which would be essentially 2 steps forward, 1 step to the side. This can't be a 1, or 2 steps forward to the other side, or 2 steps down, left, right. Now, none of these cells can be a 1. So it's an incredibly powerful rule set that can eliminate huge chunks of the grid for you if you use it correctly. Now, we have one rule set for today that I think is just unique for the puzzle. So you've got the letters Happy Birthday in here written down. And Abdul tells us each letter represents a different digit. So if this was a 1, then this H would also be a 1, and none of these would be a 1 because each letter represents a different digit. And I'm actually curious, I'm going to just quickly count it. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've used the H, haven't used the D. 9. We've used the A, we've used the Y. So yeah, all 9 digits are going to be represented on these letters. Otherwise, standard Sudoku rules apply. So that means the digits 1 to 9 in every row, in every column, and in every 3x3 box. I'm really looking forward to this. So if you feel like celebrating Abdul's phenomenal year of setting puzzles for all of us to enjoy, link will be in the description down below to play along. And with that said, let me restart the clock and see how I get on. So something about the shading rule that I think I figured out in the first or second puzzle, must be the first, otherwise I wouldn't have solved it, is a 1 can never be on a shaded cell. Because if I put a 1 in here, what it's saying is it's seeing somewhere within it, around it, a 0. Because it has to be exactly 1 greater. And obviously a 0 is not allowed under normal Sudoku rules. So a shaded cell can never be a 1. Look at box 3. This is the 1. None of these are 1. That's a 1. None of these are 1s. Clearly not the shaded cells. That's a 1. So I've actually already used one of the letters, which is very generous of Abdul. I guess he is feeling generous given it is his birthday. Box 6, you can see Knight's move, it removes this cell. Sudoku removes this cell. This is the other one. Now, none of these are 1s. Neither is this one again. Knight's move, that's a 1. It's in here somewhere, which means none of these can't be the letter H, because we've already confirmed B is the 1, not the shaded cell. That's the other one. None of these, just Sudoku. Can't be the shaded cell. That's the 1. That's Knight's move. That's 1. And I'm pretty sure that, yeah, the last one is here. So a shaded puzzle where you can actually get 9 digits in under a minute or just over a minute. Unheard of. So I think just because of the way shading works, we're going to have to essentially systematically work our way through from 1 all the way through to 9. So next digit we're going to have to give a try is 2. And what I'm thinking is, what I want to try is essentially try each letter, because you can essentially try and like randomly guess where the 2's are. For example, I can see that there is a 2 in there. The 2's are not going to be in here because with the 1 in the center, the 2 will be able to see the 1 from anywhere. And you can sort of slowly whittle your way down into where the 2's can be using anti-knight moves to try and actually come close towards solving it. But I feel like the fact that we're given this algebra is very deliberate by Abdul, so that it kind of helps us think through, because we know the 2 is on one of these letters, or in some cases like the P or the H is in 2 cells, and then we can use that to basically work through, is that letter even feasible to be a 2? So let's use the H to start. So that means none of these, can't be the other letters, can't be a knight's move away, can't be this H Sudoku. Hopefully that's all obvious. Sudoku, Sudoku, not the other letter because of the algebra rule, not this cell because of anti-knight move, obviously not the 1. That's the other 2. And then we've broken the puzzle, because the 2 has to be in here. Since all of these cells are shaded, if one of these were not shaded, I would have said that's not broken. But the fact that they're all shaded means that the 2 has to be adjacent to the 1 to be able to see it. And now these 2 blue cells eliminate all the locations for 2 in box 3. So H is not 2. A, maybe? Was A here even shaded? Yes, it was, so that was a no. That was easy. P, maybe? Look at this. P's, box 8, forces a 2 in here in an unshaded cell adjacent to a 1. So not P's. I'm feeling reasonably confident now this is the right path. Y, you can also see, is not the case. This Y is fine, but this Y gets us in trouble. So it's not Y. I looks possible. There's no other I's in Happy Birthday. No, no, no. So one of these would be a 2. No. None of these, yes. So, excuse me. Sorry, I'm hoping you're all following. I'm kind of going silent trying to solve this now. But essentially, I'm just assuming that this is a 2. I'm using these 3 rules, the shading, the anti-knight, and algebra, to basically figure out where the 2's can be. So if I take this I here, being a 2, and go down the column, well, it's obviously not the 1. Shading means it can't be this one. Shading means it can't be that, can't be that, can't be that. This is the only location in box 7. So I'm just going around quickly to sort of eliminate options. Yeah. Oops, sorry. And you can see both again here can't be because of shading rules. They all see the 1, so this would have to be the 2. Knight's move. It's none of these, not that. One of these 2. One of these, yeah, it's got to be that one. Reason I say it's got to be that one because, again, Sudoku eliminates all of these. Can't be a different letter. Can't be here, sorry, that's Sudoku again. That's the last 2. And that eliminates everywhere except the following here in box 3. So we've at least shown that 2 could be I's. Now, I'll be honest, I'm very tempted to take that as a given rather than continue to prove that all the other letters don't work. But obviously I'm assuming then that there is a unique solution for the puzzle. But am I going to do this? So what I'll do is, because I think it will speed up, the more obviously of the grid that I'm going to cover, the quicker this whole process will go. So I am going to sort of eliminate for the 2's and maybe the 3's all the letters. But at some point, I think it's going to just get a bit boring for you guys and repetitive if I have to do that for every single one. But let's go with the R being a 2, just to see if that's possible. So that means none of these are 2, none of these are 2. This was shaded, wasn't it? And this is unshaded, so green would be here. This can't be a 2. This can't be a 2. Again, one of these would have to be a 2. Kind of hoping for a quick elimination, if I'm honest. And I'm not getting it. There you go. I think the fact that there is a 2 in these 2 top rows in box 3, I should probably use that to eliminate the others a bit more quickly. So essentially, box 1, you can see eliminates all of this row. Box 2, which you can see because essentially these are not available, anti-knight or just algebra. These 2 are now looking up here. These 2 are looking through there. And this cell can't be green because it's shaded and it's not near the 1. So we've eliminated all really the possible options in here. So long way of saying these are not green. Well, 2 is not R. T maybe, and I guess I'll gravitate towards box 3 if it makes sense. So none of these, can't be that. Can't be that, so it's one of these 2. And then up here, anti-knight. All of these are okay actually. Just a bit unfortunate. No, because it's the same letter. So essentially green would be in here. I can be a bit more specific because that's a knight's move away. So green would be there. Eliminating all of these. Now, whenever you come across a domino in anti-knight, you need to sort of have a think around what does that mean. So if you see this, it's actually eliminating both of these cells. So Sudoku, anti-knight, eliminated. If that was green, Sudoku, anti-knight, both of these are eliminated. Now if I can just eliminate this cell, I know that T is not 2. So let's have a think about that. None of these can be 2. This can't be 2. This can't be 2. And there you go. This can't be 2 because of knight's move from here. So we're limited to these 2 cells. And again, it removes all of the possible 2s in here. So green is also gone. We've done H. We've done A, we've done Y, so only the D is left. Let's see what we can do here. So in box 5, it's none of these, none of these, none of these. Can't be this cell, because again, it sees it. And it's actually, does it really break everything in box 5? It looks like it. These are not options Sudoku. That's not an option anti-knight move. That's not an option anti-knight move. These are algebra. They have to be different. The only one that's left is here, which obviously breaks under the shading rule. So it's not D. These are all 2s. And we can move on to 3s. H, maybe. Let's try that. So no 3s here. Sorry, I should use colors. I don't know why I reverted there again. So not there, 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 there. There you go. Broken immediately. Again, eliminating... Oh, no, hang on. I can actually put a 3 in there. Let's continue. There you go, broken. Because essentially this 3 and this 3 forces the 3 in here. These 2 3s force a 3 in one of these 2 cells, and they both see 2, and they're both unshaded. So not 3. I mean, that seems okay, actually. What about in here? Again, seems okay. Actually, knight's move means none of these, so I'll take it. None of these, got to be that one. Might be the right answer, actually. Can't be shaded because it's not next to 2. Can't be unshaded next to the 2. It's got to be this one. So it's none of these. It's one of these. That might be the actual answer. Let's just keep going. None of these. Can't be the unshaded one next to the 2. Can't be an H. Can't be that one. It's this. It's not that. Ah, broken. Is that correct? I'm just gonna double check because it was going so well before it broke. So this A and this A, I think, yes, that's correct. These 2 forces this, yes. Can't be the shaded cells, can't be the one, can't be this one. Yep. Then we had, and yep, this cell. What was wrong with this one? That was a possibility until I got here, I guess. So maybe box 1. So it was none of these. Can't be unshaded. Can't be the H. Can't be the shaded away from the 2. Yep, it's that, that. And then it looked like that was basically eliminating all the options. Because the only option, well, yeah, these ones, these 2, with Sudoku eliminate all the options. So promising, but not the A's. Not the P's, because that's shaded and not next to a 2. Y could be. Forces if one, another one in here. Can't be this one, can't be that. Could be one of these. Can't be the unshaded next to it. Can't be the shaded away from it. So it'd be one of those. And one of these. Not that one, because that's knight's move. So that would be the shaded one. That would be unshaded. There you go. One of these, again, is going fairly well. This is going to get very tedious if I have to keep doing this, but hopefully this will break quicker. Can't be this cell, can't be this cell. It's that. It's not that. This is looking promising. Not that then. And yeah, that is a solid option. Yeah, I don't think I've broken anything there. So I'm going to leave blues for a second. So Y being 3 is plausible. Like I said, I'm not going to assume uniqueness just yet. I'm going to check on the R's, the T's, H's, etc. And hoping that it will just keep on getting faster and faster. So R, could this be a 3? No. It's like a very quick no. So Sudoku eliminates all of these. Can't be this other letters. Can't be knights move away. Puts us a green right next to the 2 in an unshaded cell. So that's a no. This cell is shaded and not next to a 2. We've done H, which was very promising, but not. And D again next to the 2. And we've done A. So yeah, it is. These are 3s. Meaning Y's are 3. 4s can't be H. Can't be A. I'm just, unshaded next to the 3. Shaded not next to a 3. Shaded not next to a 3. Unshaded and not next to a 3, so that's a possibility. What does it do here? That's unshaded, that's fine. What about there? What does it do? Can't be this cell, can't be these. One of these 2. That's fine. Can't be unshaded next to the 3. It's not any of these 2. Can't be this one. It's that. Okay, looks like we've got another promising candidate. Yeah, looks good. It's got to be here. They're all shaded. Wow, really? It took us all the way until here to break it. Unless I've made a mistake, but it looks broken, because essentially that's a knight's move away. So if this is 4, none of these are 4, none of these are 4, that's not a 4, it's a different letter. That's a knight's move away, that's the only 4. And then we're left with, yeah, only this cell, just Sudoku. And it's shaded and it's not next to a 3. That took a while to spot though. Have we done T? No, we have not. It is a candidate. We've done H's. D is not a working one, and A doesn't work in this box. So technically, T is our only choice unless I've made a mistake somewhere else. Technically. 1, 2. So it's none of these cells. It's not that. It's got to be here. Can't be unshaded next to the 3. It's got to be that. It's got to be next to the 3 in this wonderful box. That's not an option because it's a knight's move away. I really should use box 3 more often to eliminate options because it's just keeps on giving. And yeah, looking solid so far. All good. All good. All of these are 4s. 5s can't be H. Could be A. Can't be P. Could be R. Can't be D. So it's only 2 options for us to look at. So I'll continue to be exhaustive. It's starting to become a lot easier. So if it is A, where would it be in box? In this box, it's in here. None of these, it's in there. Can't be here, can't be there. I think I've broken it, haven't I? So let's just double check. Yep. Eliminating all the options except the middle digit. And then looking at box 6. Can't be essentially an unshaded cell next to the 4. Can't be a shaded cell away from the 4. So A doesn't work. Hopefully R does. Can only be this cell. Can only be this cell. Has to be one of these. Nothing is within reach just yet. Let's have a look. Can't be here. It's one of these two. Amazingly, all of them are valid. Well, not these, not that one because of knight's move, but okay. How about here? Yeah, this is only just the one. Eliminates this as an option. It's one of these two cells. That's not it anymore. What else do I have? It's got to be this cell. Eliminates this one. It's looking good. Is that the last 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the 5's done. 6's. Can't be H. Could be A. Can't be P. Could be D. So we'll try P. Sorry, we said P is a no. Did I say P is a no? A is a possibility. P is a no. H was a no because it's, yeah, unshaded here and next to a 5. And then D was a possibility. So let's just try A's first. That's quicker. Now put one here. Put one there. Can only go in there. That's looking good so far. And no, I was just about to say we've broken it, but actually I can put one here. Looking good. Looks pretty solid to me. Then the other possibility that I said was a maybe was the D. So if it is a D, then it's none of these cells. It's one of these. And then can't be unshaded next to the 5. Can't be shaded away from the 5. So D is a no. So essentially, this D eliminates all of these cells in box 9, forces them down this side. That eliminates all of these possibilities. Knight's move eliminates this option. Obviously can't put it over on top of one of the letters. You're left with unshaded next to the 5, shaded away from the 5. It is not D. So these are all 6's. We're very nearly there. Actually, I'm going to lose the color here because I don't need it. Can it be H? No. Could it be P? Yes. And that's the 7. Can it be D? Yeah. So 2 options to try. One of these would be blue. Can't be this one. One of these would be blue. Can't be this one. One of these would be blue. One of these. It's that one. I don't know why I didn't place that to begin with, but I really do seem to take the long way around sometimes. Not that. Can't be this. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good. And no, we haven't broken it. So it can't be any of these. It can't be this one. Not here. So P looks pretty good. D, I think it's going to break it. It broke it. So D eliminates all of these cells, forcing me to put a 7 in a shaded cell that's not next to the 6. So we've got our 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I imagine I can probably do the 8 and 9 without shading now. Can't be this cell because it's right next to the 7 and it's unshaded. So what was the remaining letter? D, and therefore 9. I was just about to think, whoop. And if I've not made any mistakes, that's the solution to today's puzzle. Wow. Only 77 solvers. It certainly deserves more than that, but I mean, what a phenomenal puzzle, Abdul. And I think it was ingenious having the letters, because, you know, with shading cells and anti-night move, based on how I played them the other time, you do end up having to do this fairly laborious shading to try and actually understand where things potentially break. But just that additional clue of having these letters was ingenious, because it really just limits your search space so much and allows you to move fairly quickly. And I think, you know, if somebody makes the assumption that, you know, that this is a unique solve, and doesn't necessarily want to check every option to eliminate the fact that you've given us just one solution path, then you can probably do this in like under 20 minutes, maybe as little as 15. But I absolutely loved it. Thank you and happy birthday. Looking forward to many more of your puzzles, ATK. And I hope that for our viewers that you enjoyed today's puzzle and today's video. Good luck with the solve. It's not an easy one. And bye for now.